Hi, I'm so glad to post this video. So this is our town. This is me driving out of town to quickly go to the rubbish dump. I wanna go show you what you can buy in the rubbish dump in Otjiwarongo. Now, I haven't posted as much as I like recently. I've been working. We have been building a dam. We have been clearing a place for a new extension where as an estate agent and a building contractor, this might change a whole lot in my coming here, since I'll be able to sell the erven, and then a possibility of me building them as well, building the houses. And so that will have a big influence on my life. And even though obviously I like that kind of work enough to be doing it, I would love to somehow be able to do permaculture full time and help the people in the townships and do these things full time. But a wise man once said, do what is necessary, then do what is possible, and before you know it, you are doing the impossible. And so whenever I try to do the impossible before doing what is necessary, I remember that I should focus on things like feeding my family, paying the rent, and things like that first, before I try to focus on building the whole permaculture situation in Namibia. Now recently we have received a bit of rain, 20 milliliters to be exact, and so this part of town got a little bit more. This is about, I would say, about 10-15 kilometers from my plot. They got a little bit more, and so I just want to be careful. These kids all live on the rubbish dump, and so this is actually nice and green currently. This video I'm going to post today, try to do it with no editing. I just want to go to the rubbish dumps and buy some things. This is actually how I started driving. On our farm, I had to take the rubbish away to the rubbish dump, and so we had a guy that would help me load the pickup, and then it was my job to take the rubbish away to the rubbish dump. It was on the farm. Back then there wasn't things like commercial rubbish dumps close to us, and so there was a place on the farm that we opened up and dig a hole and build a rubbish dump. And this is how I started to learn to drive at about 10 years old. Obviously it's still illegal in South Africa where I grew up to drive that young, but it wasn't public roads at all. It was just normal dirt roads. And so my father showed me the basics in an old beat up Toyota Stout bakkie, and yeah, the helper, I think he survived narrowly a couple of times, because I messed that car up, or that bakkie up, even worse than what it was. But today I can learn how I drive, and I was able to help my father work. Okay, so this is the entrance to the rubbish site. Don't know if they are working today, open today, but there's a security guard. I think the only job is looking after the bulldozer. Now this is dangerous because there is a lot of druggies living on here, but then there's also people that work on recycling, and they salvage things like glass bottles and plastic and bricks, which I want to buy today. They salvage bricks and then they sell it to people like me that come and buy bricks. So we are going to see what a brick cost here versus what it's going to cost in town. See below the tree there, somebody's house. There used to be a pile of bricks here a couple of weeks ago, and so this will actually be the first time that I buy bricks from the rubbish dump. But I think my whole building with bottles plan so struggling and got so much resistance from the municipality that building with bottles I don't think is going to be in my future at all. Môre tate,
Is goed doen.
waar kry ek stene?
Stenen hier.
Daai kant.
Oh, wait. Ga voor het.
Okay, so guys are running behind me, going to show me some bricks. So you enter, and so they're all everywhere. They've got little houses like that where they stay. Waar's die gat ek dat hè?
Daar zit het.
Waar's dit hulle? Net daai.
Ja.
Only those ones.
Ja. Daar is zo.
So I don't need the bricks like as for a project immediately. But if you buy from these guys, then they keep on living and they keep on recycling. We don't have a official recycling program at the moment. As you can see, the rubbish dumps are lit on fire and then closed with soil later on when they burned out. So this below here, this is landfill. There's some horns and things there. Animal horns, that's interesting. Find strange things when you're in this area. Anyway, so we don't need the bricks currently, but it's a nice thing to buy from these guys. And so they are bringing bricks now from all over the show, so all of them will sell it to me together. Sometimes they have more, sometimes they have less, so buying bricks from them is a way to get the things ready. How many do you have? 68, okay? Namibian Census of Agriculture cap. So I wonder how that census was and what they have accomplished. That guy's bringing his stash from there. These guys has got these ones here, so they are loading for us now. So normally when you are here, it feels like you are being attacked. There's hundreds of children running towards you, and they are not necessarily, just because it's a child doesn't mean he hasn't got a knife or he doesn't want to steal from you. There's a big drug problem in town where they sniff petrol. They get high on petrol fuel. Sit maar net voor. Sommer net daar, ja. And so these guys have, even like that guy, he showed me some shoes that's lying on the back of the bakkie, saying where should I put it. It's even, I feel so safe now that I haven't even locked the car. No feeling of danger. But when the people start running in the hundreds, you know, 90% of them mean no harm. But if there's 50 of them running and jumping on your car, then you always feel like one of them is about to take something from you or attack you. But these guys are just hardworking, trying to make a living from nothing. There was a guy, that guy there, see if I can zoom in, he said to me he's a builder and he wants to have some building work. I don't have building work for him at the moment. I don't have any work for him at the moment. But he didn't ask for money, he didn't ask for food, just asked for some work. So I think the idea of not editing is going to go out of the window. We had more, I wanted to buy more bricks than what they had in stock, so they have to clean some more. Show me quickly how you clean a brick, please.
We are cleaning interlocks in some, if you get the iron, we are cleaning with the iron also.
With a piece of steel?
Yeah, or piece of piece like that, we are cleaning with them.
Yeah?
Then after we are selling, but now we are not ready to clean it, but we are now
making do with what you have.
Yeah.
So they are taking the leftover cement off. Okay, he doesn't have his tools with him, but he normally says he's got a piece of steel. Then he chips the leftover cement off like that. And this then comes from a demolished building somewhere, or some wall that fell over or something, and then they sell you that again. Do you live here in the rubbish dump, or where do you stay?
Yeah, no, we are not living here. We are living in the location, but we just come and We look for ions and breaches and those things.
So every day you come here to work.
Yes, every day we are coming here
Work
to
for
work.
us is just every day.
Every day we are looking for something to
do.
some money.
If we used to stay in the location, we used to steal somebody's food. That's why we want to use our own hands, to work with our own hands, to get some money to buy our bread.
So you don't stay there because then you get in trouble.
Yes.
You come here to find work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what about sitting there at Argara finding that work? Is it?
That job is not very nice. Only somebody, families are just telling each other.
Yeah,
If somebody come and say, I need 2 guys, then the family is already there.
they are fighting.
You have a job, you just sit until now, 4 or 5 o'clock.
So sitting there doesn't help. You have to come here and create your own.
Yes, that's
Create your own work.
Yes.
I like it. Yeah.
If you come and suffering here, we used to get every month, every day, $100 like that, so we can keep it and buy a meal
Yeah.
like that.
100 Namibian dollars, so that's about $5 US. This is the place for that guy that's making the empty containers.
Those ones are the women.
Women. The women collect the empty bottles.
Yeah,
Now will they not be angry if you take these bricks
no, this is not the English because it's only Elias can job with the elite bricks.
with the bricks? Who's Elias?
Elias is that colleague for us.
So he's got the sole mandate on the bricks.
Yeah,
Okay. And so you are just helping him
yeah, we
with
just
his.
used to help him.
So you've got somebody for the containers, and then
Those ones, if they come, we used to sell for them the guanas and we unload it in the truck. On the Monday, we used to get the $20 packs.
okay.
Ones.
And aluminium and things like that. Is it for you or for who is it?
It's for us, for
For-
the guys.
For the guys.
Yeah,
But for you or somebody else?
every of us.
All of you?
We are not all of us. On Monday, they used to bring those aluminum, those things. Then we are
Okay.
mining
You're mining and then you take to the
to the scrapyard.
scrap yards and they pay you.
Yeah, so
Do they pay you good?
yeah, they pay us aluminum 1 kilo, it's $10.
Say again?
1 kilo, it's a $10 for
$10. So 1 kilogram, $10 is 50 US cents.
Yeah,
50 American cents for 1 kilogram.
yeah.
Okay.
And the blackies, they used to give us $1
For how many?
for 1 kg.
For 1 kilogram. Okay. Okay. $1 for 1 kilogram. That's almost nothing. Almost nothing. That's a lot of hard work, eh?
Yes, it's not of work. Not of work.
So as I was driving today to go buy the bricks at the rubbish dumps, and I told the story about how I learned to drive, I thought of another story that happened while I learned to drive, and it's actually quite funny. It's quite a fond memory of mine. So at that stage I was about 10 and my little sister was about 4, and for some reason one day I took her with me. It was just me and her, and the worker didn't go with us, and so I took all the rubbish from around the house and I took it to the rubbish dump. It's about 3 kilometers away. You drive around the mountain, you go down, offload everything off the pickup truck, and then you come back. Now we had a gate with a funny chain system, and as I stopped there, I told her she must go and open the gate. Now this was a very run down Toyota stout bucket. The levers were still here on the side, the gears, and the handbrake didn't work. So I pushed the brake, told her to go out and open the gate, and she's 4, she's excited, she's going to open the gate. And then after a couple of minutes of her struggling to open the gate, I realized that she's not going to be able to do it. And so I got out of the bucket, out of the pickup truck, and the handbrake didn't work. It was still one of those that you pull a lever here on the side, and then when you want to release it, you turn it halfway and you push it back. And so but the handbrake didn't work. So pull it up anyway, put the car in neutral, jumped out. Now it's a fence like this, and then there's a fence right next to the passenger side. So we drive on the, we've got a right-hand steering is how we drive. So right on my side, there was a fence coming. So I opened the gate at the door, make sure I don't hit the fence on the side, and then go around, and then I tried to help her. And then as I was helping her, the car ever so slightly moved forward and just slightly touched the gate. And we looked around and she screamed, ah, the car crashed. But I mean, there wasn't even a mark on the car or anything. I went into a flat spin panic, ran around, threw the door open, put the car in reverse and reversed as fast as I can. And by doing this, I left the door open. The door grabbed one of the fence posts on my side and it bent the door all the way to the front. And so I cannot remember my father's reaction, but I cannot imagine that it was too good. I know I didn't get a hiding. I would have remembered that, but it definitely was a mockery between the kids, because now all of a sudden, if you wanted to close the door, you had to use all of your power to close the door, and then if you pull the lever to open it, it would be spring loaded, so it went. So it was a whole spring loaded door, and so that's one of the funny stories that happened while I was learning to drive. Have a wonderful day.